taking on Filou Oostende on game day 9 at the Basketball Champions League. UNET Holon came in with high expectations in the Basketball Champions League, but it has been a tough campaign for this team, despite really playing some of the most spectacular basketball at times. They've had some tough results. UNET Holon already in Group A, winning somewhat of an upset there at home over Baxi Manresa by 16. Also, SIG Strasbourg at home to Polski Torun. Dinamo Sassari hosting Turk Telekom tomorrow night in this group. So if it's going to happen for UNET Holon, really, it needs to start happening now. You'll notice in the standings what their situation is. It's not dire, but we are now in the second half of the regular season, and both of these teams have 3 wins and 5 defeats. So UNET Holon coming into this one at 3-5, in 6th place, and Filou Oostende 7th place, just 1 game out of the top 4. You see UNET Holon, what a win has done for them, at least temporarily. It has lifted them into the top 4, which is where you have to be if you're going to advance to the playoffs. So a little bit of, shall we say, change for especially UNET Holon. But let's talk about Filou Oostende, Simon Boysa, Kai Vanderverst, Jean-Marc Nwema, Brian Angola, all the way down that roster. We'll talk about those players, the rest of their players throughout the night. And of course, they're led by Dario Georgia. And for UNET Holon, Troy Copain, Richard Howell, TJ Klein, Ryan Thompson, Amit Simhon, Guy Panini, Shlomi Harush, the captain, Marcus Foster. And UNET Holon now is a team that is coached by Matan Hausch. That used to be Sharon Trojka, but as things go in the basketball world, sometimes teams part ways with their coaches and coaches part way with their teams, and I think it was mutual things. Maybe things were not being seen eye to eye, so Sharon Trojka moved on, and now his assistant Matan Hausch has been promoted to the top job. Of course, he was already at the helm last week, and here he is now trying to come up with a good result. They lost, they traveled to Turkey and lost at Ankara. Here you see Dario Georgia, really good coach from Croatia. So many players have spoken highly of him over the years, and Georgia also is the coach of Belgium's national team. And we'll get a look at the roster here for Holon. We've got Troy, we mentioned Troy Copain, Richard Howell, TJ Klein, Ryan Thompson, Amit Simhon, and Guy Panini, Shlomi Harush, Foster as well, Marcus Foster. Malachi Richardson has actually left the club now and joined Cremona in Italy. Yogav Ahayon, the longtime Israeli international, now 32 years of age. Angel Delgado, they have signed. Daniel Sasson and Shir Moraidi. So both teams with 3 wins and needing victories to try to climb into the top 4 of the Basketball Champions League as they try to take aim. See the photo of Guy Panini up on the screen flashing those 3 fingers. He's hit a lot of big 3-pointers in his career. And there's Delgado. Well, we didn't see him. The Dominican Republic international. Played his college basketball at Seton Hall. Also spent some time trying to make it in the NBA and in the NBA G League. But here he is now embarking on his career in Europe, Angel Delgado. So Yener Yilmaz from Turkey, Lorenzo Baldini from Italy, and Vintislav Velikov from Bulgaria. Baldini on the left, Yilmaz in the middle, the crew chief. Well, in the first meeting between these two teams, it was won by the team in red, Filou Oostende. It was on game day 2, and they were decisive winners. They're going to start with the Belgium international Mweema, also Angola, Djordjevic, Siobhan Thompson, and Amar Sia. And there's Georgia. So Marcela, young man who has come out and has really electrified some of these games, some of these crowds with his end-to-end exciting play, and he'll have a chance to do that tonight. I would fully expect this game to open right up, and catching a glimpse of the ownership there of UNET Holon. So for UNET Holon tonight, it'll be Troy Copain, Howell, TJ Klein, Ryan Thompson, and Marcus Foster. And Matan Hausch now promoted to the top job. Well, he's been in the hot seat now for about 10 days. Filou Oostende will be at home next week against Dinamo Sassari, so they'd like to go into that game on the back of a win, and that'll be a game they will have circled on their calendar because they lost convincingly the first meeting with Dinamo Sassari, 90-71 back on game day 3. For UNET Holon, they'll be hoping for the win, and they'll be hoping to follow that up with another one next week, where they will be at home against Toruń from Poland in this very Holon Toto Arena. So just over a minute away from the start of this game. Holon, I mentioned they parted ways with Malachi Richardson, who's gone to Cremona in Italy, 23 years of age, averaged 11.3 points and 3.3 rebounds per game in this competition while he was here. So they'll have to replace that. Oostende won, as I mentioned as well, by 15 points in the reverse fixture back on game day 2. Siobhan Thompson had 22 points and 17 rebounds. That was impressive.
He's the guy who helps all the time. Watch the cuts. Be on triangle defense, CJ. Okay? Watch the cuts. Now, pressure on the ball. All the time he needs to feel pressure, number 20. Use fouls. Give fouls for the team. We start with the gun. Okay, Marcus, Troy, you need to see if it's best on dribble. Clear all the way in if they want stand.
There's two guys, okay? Foster and the other one. Okay. Run, drop. Okay, hey, no easy by late passes from the beginning. You say immediately how it is, don't go overreact, okay? Don't mess with it, okay? Handle pressure and good screening game.
Okay, so since we were able to hear the coaches there, let me tell you, Oostende have lost all 5 of their games on the road so far this season, so they're trying to break through away from home. They haven't scored more than 71 points in any of those games. It's been a real problem putting the ball in the basket when they're not on their home floor. Holon actually, despite their struggles, leading the league in field goal percentage at 49.2%, also shooting the league high 42.3% from three-point range. Oostende averaging a league low 0.98 points per possession and a league low 5.3 made three-pointers per game. So the three-point shot is not one of their strengths. Probably lousy defense to sag when they want to. Marcus Foster scored 22 points off the bench when these teams met the first time. And he has averaged 18.5 points in the most recent 6 games when he has started. Well, good evening, folks, and welcome here to Holon, Israel. It's UNET Holon and Oostende playing in the Basketball Champions League, Group A, game day 9. And starting things off, Oostende, and getting it down low, and scoring is Thompson. Well, he had the big first game that we talked about, and he starts right off catching it down low and scoring. Driving in and missing, but getting the rebound. That was Troy Copain. Richard Howell taking that shot, but after the whistle was blown, Georgievich almost lost that before he got it to Thompson. Ball inbounded, then passed right back. Good work there for Ryan Thompson, who kind of floats into the air in the paint, lays it up and in. Angola back to Georgievich, and Georgievich has the ball stolen and flying in, and well, laying it up and in was Richard Howell. Down low it goes again to Siobhan Thompson. A lot of looked like a lot of contact down in the perimeter, which they weren't calling, but the call was made down low. That was Georgievich having the ball stolen by Howell. I mean, really, as a point guard, you simply cannot give the ball away that cheaply. Georgievich probably upset with himself. And Wayma bricks it, now triggers the break for Klein, hands it off, and another basket for Ryan Thompson. Four points for Ryan Thompson. Driving in, some contact, and Siobhan Thompson follows it up, gets it back. It was Brian Angola that was looking for the call. Howell's shot no good. Now Georgievich, open floor. Crowd wanted to travel. Georgievich again. Angola. Well, nice loping move by the talented Angola. Copain is good for 3. Angola spins on the baseline. Howell brings it forward. Foster. Ball batted out of bounds. And Angola holding his face. That was him scoring at the other end. Excuse me, that was him missing. And like he caught some type of possibly finger in the eye. Hopefully he was okay. Oh. Yeah, it's just the left hand, I think, of Howell as he went up for the rebound. He caught him. Copain bounce pass to Howell again. Djordjevic, beautiful pass, and Thompson lays it up and in. Boy, he had 22 and 17 in the first meeting, and he's not off to a bad start tonight. 6 points and 3 rebounds in the first 4 minutes. Djordjevic picks up the cheap foul. Jump shot short. Now Djordjevic has it. Sprays it wide to Mwema. Bounce pass again to Thompson. He puts it up and in. Oh no, that was Silla. Excuse me. Thought it was Thompson. But Silla gets his first basket. Copain again kind of drifts into the paint. Silla from the right corner. Again, they don't shoot the three-point shot well. Simon Boysa in the game right now for Angola. Look at Thompson going up for the offensive rebound and being fouled by Copain. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. Thompson now with 7 points. Thompson hails from Clarendon, Jamaica. College basketball, George Mason. There's the drive. Nice bounce pass. Getting it to Foster. So chalk up the assist for Richard Howell. And Foster puts UNET Holon back on top midway through the first quarter. Mwema turns it over, triggers the break. It's effectively a 4-point swing. Silla goes again for the three. Powerful rebound by Copain. Alley-oop. Oh, Foster was going up. touching the clouds. Couldn't quite get to the pass. Angola back into the game. Also, Holon comes into the game for Copain. Longtime Israel international. Kai van der Verst as well from the Netherlands has checked into the game. Number 6. He's got the ball, just a teenager. Van der Verst hands it off. And Silla not quite able to get it done. Siobhan Thompson chases it, but travels. Kai van der Verst guarding Holon, who's 32 years of age, almost twice his age. And now the beautiful finish from Howard. Stayed with it. Now it's a chance for a three-point play. Well, Siobhan Thompson trying to explain what happened to Georgia, but Georgia knows better. The team staying after it on the glass. The ball ends up going back over to Filou Oostende. Boysa over to Angola. Knifes his way into the paint. Silla follows it up. We're talking about young guys. I mean, he's only 18 years of age. Holon, his pass intercepted by Angola. And Angola's going to take it all the way in. No, he's going to miss the shot. And Silla chased the ball. It goes out of bounds. Takes a seat. The Guy Panini, one of the Israel greats, comes back in or comes into the game. Howell travels. Yannick Deseron in the game, and Angel Delgado comes into the game. Had a reputation for being a real warrior on the boards when he was at Seton Hall. Van der Verst, how about that? Stops and pops. Three-pointer ties it at 16. The 17-year-old Van der Verst. Panini. Delgado back outside. Thompson. Angola. Silla gets it. Foster went for the steal. Van der Verst again, this time short. Easy opportunity missed by Thompson. He made harder shots in this game than that. Angola. Desiron turns and scores. Yannick Desiron. Mikhail McIntosh also in the game now for Filou Oostende, who have pulled to within 1 point. Now Panini just loses it. Three-point shot is good. So McIntosh announces his arrival to the game. Now the penetration, the drive, and the foul. Delgado. Ball hit out of bounds. So timeout here at the end of the first quarter is Filou Oostende leading at 21-19 over UNET Holon. And well, you know what? I mean, Filou Oostende giving themselves a good chance to get a road win here the way they've started in this first quarter. They've hit a couple of three-pointers. Both teams have, in fact. Oostende 7 of 3 inside the arc, 6 of 12 for UNET Holon, and close game so far. And the ball turned over immediately here at the start of the second quarter. Angola. Boysa. Opportunity. And now the drive. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Penetration drive foul. So free throws coming for Delgado. Get a first look at him at the line. No, Delgado only makes one of two. Filou Oostende with a 1-point lead. McIntosh again. How about that? Second three-pointer of the game. 4-point lead for Filou Oostende. Klein, short. Van der Verst. Got a little too deep there. Didn't have as good an angle on the backboard as he probably would have. Or should have. Delgado again. His pass intercepted. And then the ball given right back to UNET Holon. Panini. Remember, this Oostende team won the first meeting between these two teams back on game day 2. Boysa off target. Angola bats out of bounds. Well, McIntosh has shown us enough to where if he can get open, you ought to get him the ball and let him put it up. He's nailed a couple. Foster misses from deep. Boysa again off the glass, short. Angola gets it. Boysa again, finally gets it to go. How about that, Simon Boysa? Biggest lead of the game now for Filou Oostende. Well, you got to keep shooting. The ball may not be falling, but you got to have confidence in your shot.
Guys, first of all, do not show nervous. Do not show nervous. Play with flow and offense. We got this what we are doing. We got this. Go to continuation and up action like we did.
Interesting. Look at that stat on the right. 14 points coming from the bench for Filou Oostende. Of course, McIntosh has a couple of threes. And we just saw the three-pointer as well from Boysa.
Okay. And then you. Okay. Best way for the cutter to cut. Okay. Right. So once again,
Yeah, McIntosh has a nice release. And another 2 points this time for Oostende to take it up to a 9-point lead. Klein misses off the back of the iron, and the fans, you could just feel growing a little bit restless here. The team not playing well, although full marks, full credit to the team in red. Angola, boy, he made the move, but then missed the shot. Panini misses, and Kai van der Verst has it. Get the feeling right now that Oostende have got a golden opportunity here to build an even bigger lead, and if they don't, it'll come home to roost. This time Guy Panini reaches in, forces the turnover. Powell. Angola with the board. Van der Verst gets it to Angola again. Launches it from downtown. Nope. Copain. Long two. So now Georgia wants to have a talk. Let's go down to the bench and listen to Coach Georgia.
Of the shot clock. We are up, not them. Listen to me. We go middle. Hey, we march on the pass. Screen. Use it. Back screen. Hey, if they switch.
The turnovers have been a problem really for both teams, but especially UNET Holon with 8.
Screen, then we look maybe for switch. Step in. Read that. No. Pass here. Side. Hey. Simon. You from here, you need to come up. Hey, 1, 2, 3, go.
So coming out of the timeout, Oostende looking to extend the 7-point lead, but stepping out of bounds was McIntosh. Now Thompson fouled. Well, the rhythm of the game seems to have slowed down a little bit. eventually you would expect UNET Holon to really turn it up a gear, but they haven't done so. Here's Foster. Angola rebounds it. Remember, it's a team that had Latavius Williams with Malachi as well, Richardson. And Boyce, did he get off in time? No, he did not. Or Deseron, excuse me. Yannick Deseron. Ooh, just missed it. Good idea. Foster back outside. Thompson missed everything except the net. Again, this time McIntosh, I think, stepped out of bounds on the right side of the court. So that's twice he's done it. He's George is saying, just make sure your feet are in bounds, Mikhail. He's got big feet. It's harder to keep him in bounds. Well, 22 points, only 22 points for UNET Holon. You would expect them to get hot eventually. Klein from deep, it's good. And Oostende have had some opportunities here to stretch the lead. They have not, and now the advantage is down to 4 points. McIntosh. Deseron with the rebound. Van der Verst loses it. And good hustle by Ohayon. Van der Verst just stepped out of bounds. Or sorry, just lost his footing. UNET Holon, if they can pull even or take the lead by halftime, they're going to be very thankful because really Oostende have had some opportunities that they have spurned. They haven't been too good on some of their possessions of late. Ryan Thompson reaching in and committing the foul. Now Silla and Djordjevic coming back in. I think this is I think Oostende needed a change. They've become kind of stale. Beautiful bounce pass to Deseron. And I think he kind of forced it. Silla comes in for the putback. Ohayon drives in, and he will go to the line for two. Just thinking about that last possession, the Djordjevic entry pass was good. And Deseron, here's Shlomi Harosh, the captain, has checked into the game. The pass was good. It was just Deseron, I think, kind of forced up his attempt. Ohayon misses the free throw. And he rattles in the second. So yeah, you can see Georgia is barking at Deseron. I think the idea was maybe to pass it back outside, but I'm not sure. .145 to go in the first half. Silla open, why not? Good hustle by Holon, but the ball goes to Oostende. Bounce pass, beautiful play. Boysen makes it. Boychart, rather, who's just checked in. Inspired substitution. Thompson backing up Angola. Quick pass and great block by Boychart. Both teams stay after it, and Howell scores on the putback. Now Howell complaining, saying he was hit. Watch this. Maybe a little bit by Boychart. So Howell goes over to the bench and have timeout.
Sorry, Servas, Amar. Dushan coming. Here, pass of Simon. Hey. Amar, trim down for Dushan. Come in the ball screen. Amar. Switch block. You roll, you follow up. Amar. Hey, here, watch out. Is there a trap? Hey, catch open up.
Look at this play again. Yeah, there was definitely some contact from Boychart on Howell. Could have been a foul call, but then again, he still scored pretty easily. Anyway, here's with 46 seconds left, Djordjevic, and a foul called on Howell. Djordjevic again, guarded by Holon. And called for a travel. Clearly not agreeing with that. Pretty even, 3 points in the paint. And you can see the complaint by Georgia still talking about the traveling. Well, Filou Oostende still on top, but for how long? Leading by 3. Bouchard comes out and commits his team's 4th foul of the second quarter. So any more will put UNET Holon on the line. And Wayman out there for his defense. And now I think they've put him on the line. They're going to call this one on Mwema. Well, maybe not. Here it is again. Looks like they're going to call the foul on Mwema. But the referees certainly want to talk about it to make sure they get the right call. Yeah, they call the foul on Mwema. Oh, they've called it an unsportsmanlike foul. A hold. Wow, that is huge. That's why they were debating. I guess they could go look at it. Well, that was not what Georgia envisioned when he put Mwema into the game to go out and pick up an unsportsmanlike. So Thompson can make both free throws, and then with the possession, UNET Holon can reclaim the lead. I know it was not an unsportsmanlike. So anyway, it was just a hold. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Angola. And that is how the first half finishes. So for Filou Oostende, we thought it was going to be worse with the unsportsmanlike, but it wasn't. They lead 31-20. Filou Oostende lead at 31-29 at halftime. Both teams shooting under 50% inside the arc. They're both shooting 50% at the free throw line. And Oostende, they're rebounding, helping them with that narrow lead here in the first half. So we're at the break. We'll be right back before the start of the second half. Well, I'll go ahead and say Thompson with 10 points, Howell 6, and Copain 5 for UNET Holon. McIntosh, Thompson, and Silla with 8, 7, and 4 points, respectively, for Oostende. So we'll be right back before the start of the second half.
better looks. They have 5 3-pointers now in the game as Cousins pulls up in the mid-range. Doesn't get to Sean Thomas. Goes in and cleans up with the throwdown.
In his bounce pass to Oostende.
Goes in, throws it up, it goes! How did he make it? Adrian Banks got fouled, just threw it over his head.
Three-on-two break, just have to find the open man. McKissick, oh! Take that, says McKissick. Unless they can tick it over now, it's going to be undone. Sam Ross, watch out. Oh! Just spikes it.
Back to Franguera. And good hustle. Brandon Brown is going to fly in. Oh, he's going to get swatted by Konate. Not in this house, he says.
They attack the closeout, Hornsby. Oh, what a throwdown! Keith Hornsby.
Brown now Banks off the goal. Oh, lovely pass! Stone throws it down. Tyler Stone with the finish.
What a rejection by Johnson.
Misses the first, and they need to foul. They get it back for the three. Oh, it's good! The three is good! Marco Filippovi! That's why he was in the game! Zoltan Paul to make the two! Filippovi has made the three!
31-29, Filou Oostende on top of UNET Holon here in Holon, Israel. And, you know, when you look at the stats, something that really jumps out to me for Holon is the fact that Marcus Foster has just 3 points, 1 of 5 from the floor. I mean, that is a big talent that you would expect could really, you know, finish this game even now with 20-plus points. So that's a player clearly that they'll have to keep an eye on. But things have not been clicking at all for UNET Holon yet. They only trail by 2 points. So from that standpoint, I'm guessing that they're pretty happy. For the visitors from Belgium, you know, you can only imagine that Coach Jurgen must think his team should be up more than just 2 points, because he'll know that UNET Holon can play a lot better. But they're on the road. They're leading by 2 at halftime. What coach would not want that?
Brian. No. Come up. But what is important here? Ahmad. Bring him back so he cannot catch or trap.
Gonna see, TJ, gonna see if it's 43. You collapse from him, okay? If it's 22, you don't check him too much, okay? Now, guys, offensively, one side, we swing the ball. Right strong side, I want Marcus to be on the back of the defense for the shot, okay? One side, Marcus strong side. Hey, right strong side, okay? Right strong side. One side, you cut, you go a stagger, right? Okay, high screen. Let's go. Speed! Go,
So we were able to hear from the coaches before halftime, and see which team starts stronger. And Wema will start here the second half. But no points, no rebounds, and 1 assist in the first half in Wema. So second half underway. Oostende start with possession. Angola. Outside to Djordjevic. The pump fake. Has it taken away by Howell. Hands it off. And a 3-point play opportunity right off the bat for Ryan Thompson. And again, Djordjevic, the point guard, turning the ball over and triggering the fast break. Not what you need from your point guard. Thompson as well picked up his 3rd foul on the play. Excuse me, was it his 2nd foul? So that's much better news for Oostende. Silla, little short jump shot, it's good. Huge talent. Howell. Did he travel? Yes, he did. Djordjevic open, so he launches it. Now Foster. Good defense by Thompson to knock it away. Silla, open floor. This is the best opportunity that you could hope for Oostende, and they do capitalize to go up by 3. Angola. Shot clock about to expire. They've got to put it up. Klein does get it up. And they pick up the loose rebound, or the rebound rather. Foster. And fortunately for Oostende, the ball bounces off the rim and out of bounds. Not a happy look on the face of the owner. Howell almost coming up with another steal. Silla, meanwhile, launches it from deep. Ooh, another travel. No, a jump ball has been called. So UNET Holon possession. The last time I watched UNET Holon play, it was against Manresa. This Foster was playing excellent basketball. He was a danger at both ends, but here he is again, going off 1 foot, much better. Angola open. Silla is going to take it. And now a foul called on Copain. Both these teams 3 and 5. Angola hit while attempting, I think it was a 3. Have another look. Yes, he was indeed. He was behind the line. Foster fouled him, so 3 free throws. Coach Hausch looking on a little bit bemused. These are the opportunities that Oostende have to capitalize on because they really do struggle in the half court. New signing Delgado looking on from the bench. Could be a period of adjustment for him. All 3 free throws are good. Copain gets it back, gets blocked, but fouled. Have another look. Got him with the body. So 2 free throws for Copain. Well, even if it was a foul, it wasn't a bad foul because he's now the best he can do is 1 point. Angola, there to Thompson, and traveling. Watch again. Yep, he did. He shuffled his feet. I mean, there's a little bit of contact, but I think it was incidental. .22 points and 17 rebounds in the first meeting between these two teams. Siobhan Thompson. Klein to Copain. Foster, that's more like it. Still misses. Thompson rebounds it. 7 rebounds for him now. Angola comes in from the left wing and then loses it cheaply to Klein. Copain. Now he misses the layup. And Howell steps up and commits the foul right before Djordjevic crosses midcourt. And he limps out of the contest, which is going to bring Angel Delgado back into the game. That doesn't look good, does it? Angola. Now Copain. Delgado going to work, but he travels. Djordjevic, Silla. This is everything. But a foul on Delgado. So Mikhail McIntosh is going to come back into the game. Silla goes out. And a frustrating second half for Copain as he sits down. Guy Panini comes back into the game. And Thompson. And look at that, only yellow shirts, but not able to grab the rebound as it goes out of bounds. Djordjevic to McIntosh. Back outside to Djordjevic. And another foul called on Delgado. He was not in position. Okay, now wait, now they might make a change. Yes, they have. It's going to be UNET Holon basketball. Oh yeah, no way was that a foul on Delgado from that replay. He had good position. Oh, he on bounce pass, Delgado gets it to go. That's what he needs. He needs to see that ball go through the hoop so he can start to become a factor. McIntosh left open. That's dangerous. Too long. 6 minutes have been played in the second half. Will this be when UNET Holon finally take the lead? Oostende have almost been inviting them to take the lead. Thompson drives in. Ball knocked off the rim. Incredible. Filou Oostende living dangerously. And Weima takes the foul. Would have had a three-point play if that had been able to go, but Thompson called for the foul, so 2 free throws for Weima. First trip to the free throw line today. And we don't know about Howell, if he's going to be able to come back. It looks like he's in some pain. First one is good. Kai Vanderverst coming back into the game for Djordjevic. There he is. 17. I still can't believe he's 17 and playing at this level. So the 2 free throws take it back to a 3-point advantage. Delgado looks like he's got the look. He's going to go to town. No, he's going to dump it. Beautiful play by Delgado. Holon on Angola. That's going to be a push on Angola. Pushed off with his left arm. Watch this. Oh, actually, no, from that angle, it didn't look like he pushed off. But Holon did a good job of getting up tight and then selling the foul. Delgado again, just like last trip down the floor, going right at Thompson. Thompson held his ground, but they don't get the rebound. Oostende, now Klein. And Oostende clinging to a 1-point lead. But they better watch out for Holon because he's threatening to take this over. And now Georgia having words with Vanderverst, trying to tell him to make the smart pass. So they call timeout. Richard Howell looks like he might have some type of quad or groin issue. He's leaving the game. Yes, his right groin on that play where he came up to challenge Djordjevic. And that can be a painful injury and one that you need to rest. So hopefully he's going to get some good treatment. Coming out of the timeout, 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Just feel like UNET Holon are just clinging. We're not seeing much from them. They've got to do something. They got to make a play. Vanderverst. McIntosh flew in for the offensive rebound, didn't get it, and now UNET Holon. Will this finally be the time when they take the lead? Delgado traveled. Catches it one. Yeah, he kind of skipped. He kind of just kind of jumped and ran. I think that was a good one, a good call. McIntosh again, drives in. Oh, now he's called for a travel. Thought that was going to be a three-point play opportunity. McIntosh trying to get an explanation. Thompson over to Panini, misses, went down, looking for the foul. Excuse me, Shlomi Hausch. Van der Verst gets it to Mwema. And not a good looking shot there from Desiron. Too hard. Delgado again. Gets in the paint and almost had the ball intercepted. Boy, both teams really struggling from the floor right now. That was Ryan Thompson. And this time McIntosh does get it into the paint and score. Good play by Van der Verst. Give him the assist. McIntosh 10 points, 5 rebounds. That was Panini and he missed, and Oostende now with a chance to go up by 5 or even 6 here at the end of the third quarter. Shot clock about to expire. Van der Verst missed everything. So that's how the third quarter finishes. 42-39, Filou Oostende on top of UNET Holon. Those are the numbers. They're not pretty offensively. 41% inside the arc for UNET Holon, 19% from three-point range, 6 of 11 at the line. I mean, it's ugly. You got to call it like we see it. And both teams struggling to put the ball in the basket. Fourth quarter underway. Oostende leading 42-39 and starting once again with possession. What a spin by McIntosh and earning a trip to the free throw line. Djordjevic. Over to Angola. Not sure why we saw that replay. McIntosh misses another free throw. Second one is good. Now the battle down low, and I think McIntosh called for a push. Payne back in the game. He's got it. Pulls up mid-range. Van der Verst with the rebound. Pushes it quickly for Oostende. McIntosh. Well, he's been able to knock down that shot, so I guess you're going to live with that if you're the coach. Now, Holon kind of forced it. McIntosh again. Spins. Puts it up. Canadian misses, and Wema follows, but falls out of bounds. I think Georgia right now knows that McIntosh has been able to make some plays for him tonight, and he's hoping that he can score, but you know, he's walking a fine line of being a little bit out of control. Delgado goes up, scores. Well, that was a tough finish. He wanted a foul as well. He's got to learn, I guess, maybe in Europe it's not going to be called the same as it was in the NBA or the NBA G League. Van der Verst misses another three. He hit that 1-3 earlier tonight, but he misses that. And now Van der Verst called for the foul. The well is dry, well and truly dry for Oostende, and you just feel like UNET Holon, if they can get a little bit of execution. Look at this. An offensive foul called on Delgado while setting the pick. McIntosh again kind of forces it, hands in, ball goes back over. He's trying to get some contact at least that'll get him to the free throw line, but he doesn't get a call. So Holon goes out, and Panini, a man that has hit so many big shots in his career, comes in, as does Foster. I mean, the talent is there for UNET Holon if they could just play close to their standard, but they are just nowhere near playing nowhere near as well as they can. That's Van der Verst. And now Desouron trying to get a foul called. I think Desouron goes out, and now Thompson comes back in. Well, this is your big weapon. If somehow you can get the penetration and you could drop it off to Thompson, but UNET Holon will know that that's what this Oostende team will want. They're going to try to get the ball to Thompson. And Wema, wow, out of nowhere, Wema hits a jump shot to take it up to a 4-point lead. Tough assignment for Van der Verst on Copain. If Copain wants to go hard, he's going to be tough to stop. Here he is. Misses, follows up his miss, no, passes it back outside. Copain just doesn't look the same player tonight. Delgado, shot clock winding down and gets away from Thompson. Good job by Delgado. You just sense that with Delgado, he's starting to figure things out here in the Basketball Champions League. And now Shlomi Hausch picks up the foul. El Capitan, look at this. So Delgado goes out. Remember, Richard Howell out with injury. So now Delgado takes a seat. Mildly surprised by that move because it looked like he was starting to get to grips with things. Now the ball knocked out of the hands of Van der Verst by Panini. Twisting shot. It's good by Klein, and we have a tie game again. 45 apiece. Remember, we were knotted it at halftime. Or no, it was a 2-point lead rather for Oostende. And Klein makes that shot. I give the fans here a lot of credit because they have been faithful despite some what can only be described as some torrid moments from their team. I mean, UNET Holon has not played well tonight, but their fans have not left them. Delgado sitting with 7 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Maybe have not seen the last of him tonight. He's got 3 fouls. Djordjevic back in the game, brings it up. See what they're going to run to Thompson. Now McIntosh. And wow, traveling called on McIntosh. He's frustrated. Watch this. Oh, I don't see that. It may have looked awkward to them. It didn't look awkward to me. I'm not sure where that came from. Anyway, he's calling it the same way at both ends. Klein short with the little push shot. Now Thompson. Well, they're not going to do much better than that. If they can get it to him about a meter away from the basket, they've got a chance to score. I mean, that's how it looks. 9 points, 9 rebounds. Thompson going for his second double-double against UNET Holon this season. Panini, bounce pass. What's he going to do with it? Klein's going to put it up again. He's going to miss. UNET Holon just a shadow of themselves from the last time I called them. But look at that! The captain comes up with a steal. The hustle back for the block. But nobody boxes out Copain. Nobody was there. It was only UNET Holon that really hustled down. And again, that was a bad turnover by Djordjevic, the point guard, having it just taken right away from him. And again, he has it taken away by the captain. And look at that. Boy, that was a long time in coming. Guy Panini. And really, Djordjevic has got to be, needs to look himself in the mirror. He's just turned it over on consecutive possessions. When you consider Djordjevic has a lot of experience, but he has it taken away there. And with Panini hitting the three, but also in the previous possession. And it was both times the captain, Shlomi Hausch, who came up with the steal. Well, you gotta really wonder about the backcourt of this Filou Oostende team. I mean, it's suspect. You know what? He might come out and make a couple of big plays here at the end to redeem himself. Remember him in the days of Kirker-Novo Mesto. Outstanding. So anyway, the reach, the foul, and free throws for Djordjevic. Makes the first. He's now got 2 points. Excuse me, now he's got 2 points. Those were his first 2 points of the game. Long way to go, 3:45. Filou Oostende have got to dig in. Over to Foster. Good! It's been a long time coming for this team. I mean, they have been awful offensively, but eventually the shots will fall. Here, and Wema from deep. And now Siobhan Thompson with a push. Honestly, Oostende could not have asked for a better game to beat this UNET Holon team here on the road, because they've had numerous opportunities to pad their lead, to get. They just have they've continued to struggle offensively. Oostende just with 49 points. Foster again, good! And now you really wonder if Oostende if they can even score 7 points to make up that deficit here at the end. Djordjevic gets a little bit of love from the rim and the backboard to get it back to a 5-point game. Angola fouls Ohillon. This was Foster. I mean, this is what he's capable of doing. And we just didn't see it all night until the last couple of minutes. He's got 11 points now. Panini down low, another one. Klein lays it up and in. I'll tell you what, I'll have Guy Panini on my team any day of the week. Just sees the court well. Klein, good movement for him down low. Djordjevic back at the line. Rattles it in. You get the feeling with this UNET Holon team, the only thing that can stop them now from getting a win tonight is themselves. 5-point lead. The crowd loving it finally. But to be fair, they have been awesome all night long. They have been backing this team in those difficult moments, and there have been many. Guy Panini turns it over. Oh, forget what I said about Panini. Here's Angola. And Siobhan Thompson got the rebound, almost had a chance for a three-point play. Just when I was singing Panini's praises, he laid an egg. But Ohayon, look at him, hustle back, block the shot. And then Shlomi Hausch comes up. Tip your hat to Shlomi tonight. Shlomi Hausch hasn't played many minutes, but boy, he has played important minutes. He has played game-changing minutes with his defense. It's funny, you look at Shlomi Hausch, his numbers, he's got no points. He's 0 of 2 from the floor. A rebound, an assist, 3 fouls. But his 2 steals that he has led to 2 buckets and have been game changers. I mean, those in my opinion have been the 2 biggest plays of the game. And it just goes to show you in basketball, sometimes you know what, you got to look beyond the stats. I mean, okay, you look at the stat of the 2 steals, but he's got no points, yet he is responsible really in the biggest moment of the game, coming up with a couple of steals. So how about that for the captain? We saw Panini hit the 3. And Thompson takes his time and makes the first. Well, Oostende are not giving up on this one. Nor is Dario Georgia. And getting into the lane too early was TJ Klein. So another opportunity for Thompson. Double-double, meanwhile, for Thompson. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Make it 11 points. Well, that cost UNET Holon getting into the lane early. Now Oostende need a stop. Bounce pass. Oh, they turned it over. Incredible. And it's McIntosh who goes in for the layup. What did I say? The only team that can stop UNET Holon after they went up by 7 is themselves. And the turnover has made it a 1-point game. Foster. 3-point attempt by Klein. Rebound, Foster. Oh, just when I was about to write off the chances of Oostende, they've come back. Filou Oostende now in Wema. Bounce pass. Thompson! Oh, he had a shot he would have killed for. And he missed it. $10 on the shot clock. UNET Holon looking for a dagger, perhaps. It's going to be taken by Holon. No, and Thompson with the rebound. Angola. What is it about this Oostende team? McIntosh. Mikhail McIntosh. Trapped. Goes up. And fouled, so he will go to the line. I think the crowd was hoping they were going to call 3 seconds. That's exactly what Guy Panini is talking about. Look at McIntosh. Count. Well, it looked like good defense by Klein. But they called the foul on Guy Panini. Well, here's McIntosh. He's been a big player tonight, 13 points. Goodness me, what's that? Did you just smell the get a whiff of overtime? It's possible. He makes the first. Well, one of these two teams will be checking into the Heartbreak Hotel after this. Mikhail McIntosh with 14 points. He makes the first. Takes his time. He makes the second. Incredible. With a lot of love from the basketball gods, from the rim, from the backboard. He got a little bit of everything. Well, UNET Holon need to sharpen their focus here. They've called timeout. Shooting numbers. UNET Holon led 56-49 with 3:22 remaining, and it really seemed as if the game was theirs. 56-49 with 3:22 remaining. And now the onus is on them to go down and score, go down and get to the free throw line. Look at McIntosh. And this is, oh yeah, Panini hit him on the head. Oh yeah. What in the world is Panini complaining about? He fouled him like 3 times. Guy. Unbelievable. These guys. Guy Panini fouled him 3 times. That referee made an excellent call. Right, 59-58. Holon. Foster, shot clock, game clock winding down. Foster has to put it up from 3. It's short! Oostende have somehow snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Unbelievable. UNET Holon, what have you done? Filou Oostende have made just enough plays to win it 59-58. Incredible. Incredible. And UNET Holon can blame no one but themselves. They had a tough game. They came back to lead by 7 with 3:22 remaining. And they did not slam the door shut. Foster, I mean, how do you settle for a long jump shot in that situation? Surely you've got to get something going to the basket to where maybe you get a foul called. It's typically a good three-point shooting team, and the shot stayed out, and frustration, more frustration in a frustrating season for UNET Holon. And you know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for the fans, because they were unbelievable tonight, right behind this UNET Holon team. You can't blame them. They stood behind them from beginning to end. Thompson with 13 points. McIntosh had 15. Thompson 11 for Oostende. Things are not working right now for UNET Holon. Filou Oostende, don't look now, but they've got 4 wins. And they've got some thrilling wins at that. They are in the playoff hunt. Angola, Copain, Friends. At the end of the day, you know what? The game is played, but it's all one big family. Basketball, although it probably doesn't feel like that for most of these fans here in Holon tonight. And the only other thing I would really wonder, again, would be Delgado seemed to be kind of growing accustomed to the game, but he was taken out of the game. Didn't come back in. I mean, maybe even that last possession he could have helped you. I don't understand why you settle for a 3-point jump shot when you're trailing by 1 in the final seconds. That doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, Filou Oostende were probably aware, trying to clog things up down low, but it really looked like that was going to be one of the biggest plays of the game, leading to the steal, leading to the Panini 3-pointer. And Marcus Foster got hot. Marcus Foster hitting a couple of threes, including this one. So he had back-to-back threes. Djordjevic, he had some tough moments, but he came down, he made a couple of plays late, and that's what you got to do at that level. You got to be able to put the disappointments behind you. You got to put the failures behind you and keep playing, and that's what he did. That was a terrific pass by Panini down low to Klein. And that was a crucial turnover. Crucial and unnecessary at that, leading to the basket. And then here was the foul. 1, 2, 3. He's all over him. And, you know, really, Guy Panini, I'm going to tell you again, you fouled him 3 times. And now McIntosh gets a little bit of help from the basketball gods, makes the free throw, and this is it. Foster decides to go for the game-winning 3 when you're trailing by 1. I don't know if that was what the play was that was drawn up. But it is disappointment once again for UNET Holon, and Oostende, incredibly, somehow held on to win 59-58. Well, they blew the lead, but then they came back to win it. That's even more remarkable to me because they were struggling almightily on offense. Baxi Manresa have lost this game day, but they're up at the top ahead of Turk Telecom, Dynamo Sassari, Liet Kabelis winners, Filou Oostende. They're now 4-5. UNET Holon dropped to 3-6. They're still in it. Don't write off those guys, but right now they've got a lot of work to do. Thanks for watching, everybody.
game of